Hello and welcome to my video. This is going to be an informational video on the Osgood Schlatter syndrome. If you or maybe one of your kids are dealing with knee pain, this video will hopefully help you narrow down whether this syndrome could possibly be the cause of it. And then there are some treatments that you can look at, and I will get into that once we figure out what this syndrome is all about. So let's get started. So the first thing is, do I have the syndrome? The things to be looking for is age plays a big part in it. Children and young adults are the primary ones with the potential to get the syndrome. That is because what's happening is your bones are growing, and as your bones grow, from whether it's a growth spurt or whatever, your muscles haven't grown at the same rate, and so what happens is that your muscles tend to stretch, and it's putting a strain on your knee joints, and that's causing some pretty tremendous pain. And so that is one thing to keep in mind, is just your age. Typically, not always, but typically children and young adults are most susceptible for Osgood Schlatter. So another thing is pain in both knees. That's kind of a given. If you're here, you're wondering about it, that is the primary thing. It's in the knees. Usually the pain is specifically under the kneecap, so if you just go below your kneecap, if that's where the majority of your pain is, it's a good chance that you could have Osgood Schlatter. So straightening or bending the knee can cause, if it's causing pain, that's another good thing to keep in mind. Walking and running will, like I said, anything that causes bending or straightening. Noticeable pain when resting, so even after activity, if you're feeling pain in your knees, that's another thing that could be this syndrome. And then swelling or loss of knee strength, and over time the loss of knee strength, typically if you just see a decline in the ability to use your knees, use your joints, just because of the pain or the swelling or whatever, then you could possibly have Osgood Schlatter. So the common cause is, like we talked about, growth spurts, sudden growth. Your knees, your bones are growing so fast that your muscles can't keep up, and so that is causing the strain. That's causing the continuous pain in your knee. Overstrenuous exercise can cause this, or inflammate the area even further if you're already dealing with this. Genetics is just a part of it. Guys are 3 times more likely to get Osgood Schlatter than girls, so genetics play a part in it, and that could be possibly due to just sports and things of that nature, but it seems that genetics play a role in it. And then injury or overstretching are things that can also cause the muscles that are already kind of under that tension to even get worse, and that pain to reoccur. So how do you treat it? Osgood Schlatter, how do you treat it? So resting is a super important part of the treatment. Modified exercise, building up the muscles around your kneecap that are not the key areas where you're feeling pain are also important. There's lots of places on the internet where you can look up specific exercises that kind of strengthen your quadriceps, your hamstrings, your calf muscles. But that is something to look into. Icing the area because they're swelling. Icing is going to be a good idea. It's going to help alleviate the swelling, kind of numb down the pain. The exercises we talked about, anything that can strengthen that. I heard standing up, pulling one of your legs back and stretching out your quadriceps, and just holding that position for about 30 seconds can be helpful. It's not going to completely get rid of the pain, but anything that you can do to kind of strengthen the muscles around the issue area that can pull some of that pressure off is a good thing. And then we're going to talk about also, there are some effective natural applications that you can look into that will really help bring the pain levels down or alleviate them completely. So some of the natural remedies that are very helpful, and this is with joint pain in particular, any type of joint pain, but especially with Osgood Schlatter. Peppermint, the oils have a cooling effect. Menthol especially really gets down into the muscle tissue, and it can alleviate a lot of your pain pretty quickly, rapidly. There's a lot of new CBD products on the market to look into that are highly effective, with hemp oil products as well, and then even things like frankincense can be extremely effective when dealing with any types of knee pain, but this specifically Osgood Schlatter. So there is one product that you might look into that's got a lot of those, especially the hemp oil product, but a menthol roll-on that I found to be extremely effective was Boomer's Natural Wellness. It's a roll-on. You just roll it over top of just below the kneecap. You apply it just a small amount there, and it cools it instantly and offers some relief. So that may be something to look at. I'll put a post on in the description, kind of where you can look into that and see if it might be a product to look at. So that was my video on Osgood Schlatter syndrome. Hopefully it helps. I ask you, if you found this helpful, please like, subscribe, leave a comment down below, and I'll try to get back with you. All right, thanks for watching.